Hello there, just in time for the city spot wherever you are watching us from. Of course, the hashtag is TCS with Jibril Juma, and I'm your host Jibril Juma. It's another exclusive moment wherever you are watching us from. Kuna story nyingi sana zimekuwa zikitrend katika social media, and I was just trying to do a random spree on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I just went on Twitter. Of course, there's where I get my stories and news and everything, trending comedy. I just saw something about this guy, the mzungu called Mike Oliver. And of course, you've been knowing about this story. The reason as to why I decided to dress like this is because, ladies, this is what I realized from Mike Oliver's story. More ladies, or Kenyan ladies, they are fond of money, or they love money, and they just thrill of these white people, the mzungu. What is that for? Or another thing that I just realized is because maybe they could be desperate. It's just some of the conclusions I was making, but everyone around the world just makes the same conclusion. Of course, today on the City Spot, I just met another exclusive guy who just gives you every good image, every good video, wherever you are watching us from. Let me take a short show of what we got. Here is a camera, and of course, there I just have, where's my SD card? Here, my SD card, I can show you. This is an SD card. Of course, this is just awesome. Reason being, we have a guy who's just going to show what he has got, and this guy is just right here with me on the City Spot. And we introduce our guest. Of course, give a round of applause to Wilberforce Papa Shiundu mwenyewe. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
It has been so long.
Yeah, sure.
Though tunakutana wakati mwingine hatukutani.
Yeah.
But it has been so long.
Ni shughuli za kikazi
kabisa,
lakini naeleweka.
So maybe at first you could just tell us who is Papa Shiundu and basically what does he do?
Papa Shiundu ni, can I say a young man?
A young man. Maybe you could just tell us a young man.
A young man. My real name's Shiundu Wilberforce Masafu. From Kitale, that's Trans Nzoia County. And then in Kakamega, just basically I was here for my education, and thereafter, after graduating from this great University of Masinde Muliro, I decided to remain here.
When was that you graduated from Masinde Muliro?
It was back in long ago in 2017.
2017. It's been like 3 years down the line.
3 years down the line, 3 to 4. It's approaching 4 actually.
Yeah.
It has been long since I settled here.
So you joined the campus for work, or basically what do you do?
Not really for work. I came here to study. Back in 2013. I joined Masinde Muliro University in 2013 for journalism and mass communication, and then I graduated in 2017. Thereafter, I was called back to the university to help in doing what I had studied here.
So you studied for what profession?
I did journalism and mass communication, public relations and advertising option. Yeah.
So that is what you are doing here?
Yeah, basically that's what I'm doing, because I'm in the Directorate of Corporate Communications and Marketing. And advertising is majorly marketing. It entails marketing. When I tell you I'm going to do an advert for you, an advert, the aim of an advert is to market.
Yeah, very true.
So if at all I'm in the Directorate of Corporate Communications and Marketing, we are basically doing marketing for the university,
very true,
which is in turn advertising. Yeah.
So basically you could just tell us about film production, because many people know you as a film producer, and many people know you as a director, many people know you as a graphic designer. Maybe how did it start, and how did it come that you loved to do these things?
These things comes with passion. If at all you don't have passion in doing this, you'll find it very difficult to do it. I remember choosing public relations and marketing. It actually doesn't have anything to do with production. Basically, it doesn't have anything to do with film production, photography, or any other thing that I'm doing currently. But now when it comes to passion, the passion part of it is what drives you to do what you're doing today. So I'm passionate about production. So I like seeing what I do with my hands, and that's what drives me to do production. Sure.
And basically, that is what even is still pushing us on the city sport.
Sure.
Because the city sport is all about passion.
Yeah, passion.
What passion do you have? And we bring people who tell their stories about passion and so on. So basically, this is a camera.
Yeah.
You could demonstrate, show us something about the camera, explain to us how it works. We have this one, a memory card, which helps in storage. Maybe you could just show, demonstrate to us how this camera operates, and maybe what basically it does and how you operate it.
Okay, this is a still camera basically. It is meant to take still photos. But now, for professionals who know how to use it, we use it for video. And currently in the market, this is called DSLR. It's the one that is doing most video productions, because it brings out the better quality. So,
which type of camera is that?
This is a Canon 750D. Yeah.
We have other types of camera.
Other types. There's a Canon 200D. There's Canon Rebel. I think I came with them, but now we'll show them later.
Okay.
This is Canon 750D. There is Canon 200D. There's a type of Canon that is the Rebel. That's the Rebel. But basically the settings of this camera, once you know the settings of one camera, it applies to all cameras. Canon family, that's Canon family. It also applies to Nikon, because the concept is, if we are talking about lighting, there's no different lighting in Nikon. Lighting in a camera is just lighting. If we're talking about ISO sensitivity, ISO sensitivity on this camera, if I tell you put ISO sensitivity of 200, whether it's on Nikon or on Canon, the sensitivity will just be the same. What differs among different categories of cameras is color.
The
Color. You find other cameras have a different color, and others have a different color. Like Canon 200D compared to Canon Rebel, the colors are different. You may be shooting one scene, but now the colors come out differently. Yeah.
There is that person who is a photographer out there who is aspiring to become a photographer. Maybe what could you advise about the cameras? Because most of them don't know if this, maybe you're saying we have Canon this type and this type, and I want to purchase a camera. I want to become a photographer, a videographer, and I want to purchase a camera. So maybe what type of camera, or should I be buying them or purchasing them with the time as they trend in the market and they come in different qualities and so on? Yeah.
What I normally tell many people is that don't go for a camera, go for understanding the camera. Because once you understand the camera and you know which settings are suitable for which environment, any camera can do. But now there are specs, what we call specs. Currently we are talking of R series in Canon family. I'm a Canon family member. So R series, the settings, maybe on this one ISO sensitivity can go up to 32,000. On the other Canon, like Canon 200D, ISO sensitivity can be 128. That's what differs. But now it's very rare to find a place where you'll have to use that ISO. So what's important for a photographer outside there? Maybe you want to be a photographer. Don't go for cameras and what. There are people who have cameras, but they don't know how to input settings to bring them the quality they want. So if you go for the best camera, you have the best camera, yes, because you have the money. But now you don't know how to set the camera with different environments. It will be a picture to you. Now, what I can tell you as a passionate photographer, understand the camera. Understand how you can set the camera to fit the audience or your subject or your client's demands. If she wants the background to be blurred, you can't go just in the market and buy a camera that asking for a camera that can make a background blur. You have to know how to set that camera to be blurry, to make the background blurry. So understand the camera, understand the understand the concept of photography, and you'll go far. Don't go for cameras, because today you'll see me with 750. You admire to have it. Tomorrow you'll see me with a camera R5. Admire to have it. I give it to you, but you don't know how to set it, so it won't help you. Yeah.
Wow. As you can hear, maybe first of all, before we take a short break, you could just remind people about your social media handles, maybe where they could get you on social media handles, and maybe I ask you a few questions, and then we take a short commercial break.
Sure. On social media, I start with Facebook. I went there with my original names.
Yeah.
That is, you find me on Facebook, Shiundu, Masafu, Wilberforce.
Yeah.
Nickname is Papa Shiundu on Facebook. When you type Papa Shiundu, and then you see the real name as Shiundu Masafu Wilberforce, that's me.
Why the name Papa Shiundu? Why Papa? Many people, Papa Jones, Papa Deniso, Papa Wemba.
Papa
Why
Wemba.
The name Papa?
Papa is a pro.
So
Papa is a pro.
So I should be calling
Papa is a
myself
leader.
Papa
Jibril, but you have to have a niche. What's your niche?
So
what do you stand for? For you to be a papa. I'm a papa in photography. Are you a papa in interviewing people? Because I can see you're good in this. Are you a papa in... So papa is normally, people who are called papa, they are specific to some things. Papa Shiranula was an actor. May his soul rest in peace. He was an actor. He's a father to many.
Yeah.
So basically my name Papa Shiundu, I link it to what I do in production. That's my stage name. And then also in Kakamega, when you search me by that name, you find me easily. Papa Shiundu. Yeah.
Now, interesting, as you are listening and you are watching us on the City Spot, of course you can call him Papa Shiundu, and of course I just have to adopt that name, Papa Jibril. Of course, we're taking a short break, but when we come back, we're coming back with many more questions on photography, film production, and graphic designing with Papa Shiundu.
At Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, we care. We ensure that your academic journey is not disrupted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Our continuing students may join the virtual learning platform for guaranteed timely completion of their studies. Our September intake is open for postgraduate, degree, diploma and certificate programs in business, economics, education, engineering, medicine and many more. We offer talent scholarship, merit scholarship, NAT and their dependents get 15% waiver on tuition fees. Join us today. Apply online by logging on to application.most.ac.ke or visit our website www.most.ac.ke for more information. Masinde Muliro University of Science and Technology, the university of choice.
Alright, so guys, we are just on a film production drive. This is one of the finest yani interview bana, mimi nimependa kabisa on the City Spot. We are just driving, tuko naye Papa Shiundu hapa hivi. Of course yeye ndiye anatupeleka, we just taking a ride ama ni drive I don't know. Okay, so Papa Shiundu anatupeleka mahali, and this is his vehicle by the way. Anaendesha gari yake pole pole tu, ana maneno kabisa. And of course Papa Shiundu, you could just tell us how, pia unajua film, people say that film lazima watu wana pesa nini and so on. Tuambie about mambo na pesa. Film ina malipo ama ni vipi?
Film ina malipo kwa sababu kwani hizi content ziko kwa televisions in Kenya. Are they for free?
No, not for free.
Yeah, because that shows that a film has a lot of money.
Yeah.
And when you're passionate about that, inakupatia pesa mingi. One thing that has been happening with most people, actors, let me say the film family, saving has been a challenge. Maybe people act for so long, but they don't save, and no wonder you've been seeing most of them die, maybe poor, or something of that sort.
Yeah. Very true, and of course wherever you are watching us from, tuko hapa hivi tumefika gate. Hii ni gate ya most. We have to do that check. Of course security iko tight kabisa, and that's why you can see from out there we have a guy mwenye anafanya inspection out there just to confirm the security is tight, and of course all measures are being followed. Pale kwa gate ukiangalia we have a madam mwenye amevalia mask about their company, branding their company. Of course as we are taking on our drive pale nje, you can see this road ambayo ni ya Lurambi, barabara ya Lurambi hii, and we just venturing to this film production drive. Papa Shiundu, tukiendelea na conversation,
Yes.
You could highlight some of the basics zenye mtu anahitajia kukaa nazo kabisa. Maybe mtu kuna watu, is it film na mambo na talanta ama ni profession, unajituma ama ni vipi?
Filming filming is a profession.
Is a profession.
Acting is a talent.
So basically you telling us that you cannot be in talent ufanye film.
No, you see, nothing like that can happen, because those who are talented to give the most creative shoots, and when you top up such a thing with some professionalism, then you realize that you become much better. So I can't rule out talent for a producer, but now you have to top up with some level of professionalism, because there are concepts you have to use. Those concepts do not come with talent, they come with professionalism. So you have to top up. You have to top up with some professionalism to know how to speak to clients, how do we address people, how do we you cannot majorly based on talent and thrive. You have to top up with professionalism.
And we also have this one, creating public image.
Yes,
is very key in social, in media, and also in film production, doing directing, and there are a lot of things that one has to undertake in film production. And what about the setting up of a film studio and so on?
It depends with your scale. You see, I can say I cannot compare myself with Hollywood and Hollywood. Because it depends with your scale. Maybe you want to be a basic, a very basic. Like currently, you're having Viewsasa. Viewsasa, you can do it. Alone using your phone. That's your scale. That's your level. But now, if you want to set up a complicated studio, film production studio, you need very sophisticated machines, editing suits. That's for professionalism. I mean, editing suits. They'll assist you in your editing, and you realize that your work will flow well because you have the required gadgets for that work. But now if I'm doing my content for Viewsasa, I only need, maybe if I can afford a camera, I only need a cameraman. If I can't afford a camera, I only need a selfie stick to set up my my phone and shoot my content before I send it to Viewsasa. It's all about creativity, how you're creative, and now, as professionals say, now clarity and the quality of work you're giving to your audience will matter a lot, because you'll not expect me to sit down for 15 minutes or rather 10 minutes watching something that is of poor quality. Maybe I'm not seeing who is talking to me. I'm not seeing the images clearly. So they'll repel away the viewer, so your audience. You have to bring in the aspect of clarity and quality. And of course,
maybe what are your future plans? You could just highlight to us your future plans about film production industry and so on.
I want to disintegrate, or rather to decentralize these things from the capital cities. You see, we've been relying, maybe our youths who have been completing studies have been thinking of going to Nairobi for them to get greener pastures. But now with the emergence of the county government, we want to decentralize these activities to come to our counties. And by saying that, I want to make sure that in the next 5 years we have all our productions from Mashinani here, as they call us, are done with us here. Are
Just
done
locally.
by our people. Not that we are organizing to travel to Nairobi to shoot a song. We are organizing to travel to maybe major cities to get scenes. No, we have to create our scenes here. We have to be creative and use our own available resources in our county so that we can grow ourselves. We will not be forever traveling to Nairobi to shoot. We'll never be traveling to Nairobi to do the auditions for our shoots. We need to create them here. And that's what I'm planning. I want to, by a term of 5 years, a period of 5 years, I want to have a serious crew, you included in it.
Of course, I'm very willing to
doing
do
it from Kakamega.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
and
I'm proud of our city here.
Yeah, very
not
true.
Going to other cities to do it from there. And we have all the gadgets, we have the professionalism. If at all I'm good at camera, you are good at directing. He's good at camera too. He can assist me in camera, and we do something that can be sent to them. Maybe if we don't have that platform, like we have to use Citizen TV or Review Sasa, we send to them to upload, but not doing everything from there. You get?
Very true.
So we have to be creative. That's my plan. I want to have our artists. Kakamega has a lot of artists. We want them to come to us and we shoot their videos.
And you've been talking about decentralizing people and doing them locally. And what is your thought, and what do you think about these people? Why do they have to travel from Kakamega or any other town to go to Nairobi city to do their stuff there and not prefer them to do them locally?
It has not been there.
It has not been there.
It has not been there because you cannot expect a person to come to you to shoot his music using your phone. These facilities have not been set up yet here. That's what we are trying to make sure that it comes here. You want to make sure that we are in a position to justify to an artist that we can do this. You must not travel to Nairobi. Or if you're going to Nairobi, maybe you want KICC to appear in your video. That's when you must go there. But if it's only cameras, we can afford them here. We can bring them to you and do everything you want from here. Just tell us. Do you want your video to be this way, this and this way? Then we'll do that for you. You must not go to Nairobi. I want to do that.
Okay, and what about the support from the county government? And of course, we have a senator, we have a governor, we have a member of parliament. What about the support? Do we have any support on film production and film industry?
The support is there. You see, like registering our company, our production company is the first step, and we've done that. So after registering, there are so many facilities, only that people don't know that the county has allocations for production, for talent. You can request for that money to fund your production and you grow. I like our Senator Malala. He's a talented artist himself. Despite being a leader, he's a talented artist. So such a guy, when you go to him with such a vision, definitely he might be in a position to support. Though personally I've not looked for him because I'm still working on some few things. Then I know we'll be in a position to reach him if need be that you need his support. Sorry.
Very true. Okay, so wherever you are watching us on the City Spot, this is just a film drive. Of course, on the City Spot, my name is Jibril Juma. The hashtag is TCS with Jibril Juma. You're just taking us the film industry. Where is it taking us, and what does it entail? That is all elaborated by Papa Shiundu, of course, on the City Spot. And we just take that break. And when we come back, we'll have more to tell you. Alright, so guys, as you can see, we are just off town. Tumetoka tao, matembezi imekuwa poa sana. We are just enjoying this film production drive on the city spot. Of course, Papa Shiundu akiwa anaturudisha kwenye tulikuwa. We are just having some fun, and of course you are enjoying wherever you are, and we thank you for keeping it the city spot every time, and the hashtag always remains hashtag TCS with the Jibril Juma. Of course Papa Shiundu hufanya kazi zake pale kwenye YouTube. You can check them out. Anapeananga updates about mambo na MUST. Of course juzi tumekuwa na Professor George Magoha ambaye ni waziri wa elimu Kenya, amekuwa hapo MUST, and of course Papa Shiundu covered the whole event, akaeleza kuhusiana na mwelekeo ambao ulitolewa na Professor Magoha kuhusiana na kufunguliwa kwa shule na kuhusiana na hali ya MUST. You can check that out on his YouTube at Wilberforce Shiundu kama sijakosea.
Shiundu Masafu.
Shiundu Masafu. This Shiundu Masafu. So you can check that out on YouTube. Itapendeza kabisa. We're just going back where we started, and of course it's just getting awesome on the city spot. For me, I can just tell you to always subscribe to my YouTube channel at Jibril Juma, and of course we're just giving you amazing interviews and amazing stories that will keep you lively and will keep you inspired. Of course, we have our director Moses Mshairi pale behind the cameras. Of course a big shout out to you. Tunamsalute sana, kazi nzuri kabisa ambayo anaifanya pale. Ni director of photography. Tumembook kwa leo bana, sijui tumlipe pesa ngapi. How do you see?
Wewe ni chai. Chai na ndizi.
So you say we pay him chai na ndizi. How much does that cost? Tuanze kutoa sahihi ama tufanye mchango?
Cameraman, how do you say?
Cameraman tuambie.
Yaani mwezi imagine ati chai na ndizi mnieka hapa the whole day kutoka asubuhi.
So unajua kuna watu wengine you might just do that work alafu anafika mahali anakuambia pay me like 100,000. Like sasa hujui utaanzia wapi, so you have to give out your vehicle or you give out your property and so on, but our director tutamlipa vizuri of course. Unaweza mfuatilia pia YouTube channel yake Moses Mshairi, pia doing great work pale YouTube channel yake Moses Mshairi, and of course he does his work pale MKTV as a host na msanii na sanaa. Unaweza fuatilia pia kipindi hicho kila wakati. We are just getting back. Hii ni roundabout ya Lurambi, and it's just awesome out there. As you can see, it's just very interesting. The weather is cool, everything is just fine, and we are going back to do our next shoots back to our area. We venture on film production. Thank you so much for tuning in and standing by on the city spot. Just taking that break to take you back to where we are supposed to be.
Lens King Photography KE brings joy with every photo. We create moments with you. For bookings, contact 0704877928. Lens King Media. Change your lens, change your story.
Yes, right after the break, welcome back my viewer wherever you are watching us from. My name is Jibril Juma, and of course the hashtag is TCS. You can always follow me on my social media handles at Jibril Juma, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. Of course, just another lovely day for us here learning about film production, graphic designing and so on. Maybe we've just seen what Papa Shiundu has been demonstrating about the camera and showing us how the camera works, and maybe we'll see more of that as time goes by. And of course, let's just take another moment to hear about his story and how it has been since ever he started venturing to film production, graphic designing and directing. Maybe he should just tell us, Papa Shiundu, please tell the viewer, how has it been? How has your journey been? And how have you been succeeding all through these challenges of here and there?
Yeah, the journey has always been difficult to many people.
Yeah.
But now it calls for perseverance. You have to persevere so many things as you grow professionally. Because I remember the first time I held a camera in my hands was back in 2016, and that was on attachment when I was doing my attachment with the county government of Trans Nzoia. So I went there as a university product, and many people knew that somebody from the university obviously knows knows how to handle these things. And when I arrived there in 2016, they had just bought the cameras, video cameras, and still cameras, so many equipment, and it was like yesterday's when the equipment had arrived, and I went there today. So I was to start launching them. I had not had a camera before here.
No.
Our times there was no media lab as it is right now.
Yeah, very true.
But today I'm proud of Masinde Muliro University actually, because today any communication student who wants to study in MUST will get anything at their disposal.
We have the radio.
We have the media lab.
Yeah.
So students have everything to be proud of this university. So as I was there in the county government of Trans Nzoia, the following day I reported the following day I was given a camera, video camera, to follow the governor. There were things he was going to launch in the sub-counties. Yeah. I was the man behind the lenses. So I had to shoot everything. It was a camcorder. Yeah. It was a Sony camera, big one. So confidence is what helped me. Once you have confidence in what you are doing, it really helps you.
Yeah, very true.
And with the little concept that I had gone through the theory part of my lessons and the researches here and there helped me handle the camera. And from that day and 4 months into my attachment, I was the camera person for the governor of Trans Nzoia County, Honorable Patrick Kayamba. So I did it, and with the time I learned how to operate the camera, I learned how to do the still photos, and coming out of my attachment is when I had developed my passion in photography. Yeah, because I knew everything. I knew like everything, how to operate a camera, how to mount a camera, how to set the lights. Yeah, and that really helped me. On graphic designing part, I told you I'm a person who likes technical, and I like showing things that I've done. While I was in third year, there was a course we took called desktop publishing. This course mainly entails designing, advertising, designing, and such things. So I remember being the second one in that exam, that CAT. The CAT was practical, so you had to design something. You had to design something that shows that you are actually advertising. Yeah. So I designed something using PowerPoint, and I was ranked the second one in a class of around 100. So it instilled me more confidence. It gave me more confidence that I can do this. Yeah. And that's when I developed passion in designing and doing things to do with drawing. Let me say drawing.
So it covered and film production, graphic designing. There's this thing called drawing.
Yeah, drawing.
People draw physically drawing, or what do
you draw using a laptop? There are softwares, drawing softwares. You have to study the software and understand it. Drawing softwares. You can do anything with that software. You can draw. You can draw a human being
using the software.
Wow. The laptop.
Wow. Very interesting. And of course, there is this photo of you being at Kenya Films. I don't know if you can remember that photo.
Yeah, I remember.
You being at Kenya Films. Tell us something about Kenya Films. You are holding a camera, and behind you there was that banner there reading Kenya Films.
Yeah. That was back in 2018 when I was in training. I went for training with Kenya Films and Classifications. 2018, it was just in Kakamega here. I applied and I qualified. I underwent the training, the film production training. That's what makes me confident in what I'm doing. Yeah. When I'm directing and I'm telling you what to do before the camera, or as a cast, when I tell you do this, I know I'm telling you what I was taught by my lecturer. There's this the director of Kenya Films, director production Kenya Films. I've forgotten the name, but he really trained us in how to do these things, how to train a cast, how should you appear before a camera, how do you behave, why must you not look at the camera while acting. This is what I tell people. Why must you not look at the camera while acting? Because you have to be yourself. Huh?
Yeah, very
You're not telling anybody this story. Let the people or the audience see what you're doing and know what you're doing. Not you looking at them. Acting is not an interview. An interview can look at the camera because I know there's an audience I'm addressing.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, sure.
So that is what you've been hearing from Papa Shiundu mwenyewe kabisa, and he's telling you more about videography, film production, and also about graphic designing. Basically, you've heard much from him, and kuna hili swali ambalo mimi singependa tuepuke. You have a family, you have a girlfriend, you have tell us more about your relationship status right now.
Why must you ask that?
Because people out there, they will want to know. Yes, we have many people. We have, and of course, this story of Kenyan ladies who are just the thrilling of Mzungus. I don't know why they should thrill from Mzungus, and we have people like you here.
Oh, not like me.
You should just tell us maybe your relationship status, maybe right now, if you have a family.
Okay, thank you. Currently, I can say I'm a father.
You
I'm
can
a
say.
Father.
Oh,
I'm a father. I can confirm.
Oh, so you have a family.
I have a family. I have one wife, a female one. I have one female wife and 2 boys.
Is it possible to have a male wife?
Yeah, there are many people. Many people have male wives. Yeah, because the society is rotten. You can find the days we were in campus, there are a lot of same-sex marriages. Yeah, it's within us. So I can. People call their fellow men my wife.
My wife.
People call their fellow women my husband.
What?
So these things happen. You must confirm. You must confirm that I have 1 female wife and 2 children.
Wow.
Boys.
Boys.
Yes.
All of them.
They're boys.
They are boys.
Yes.
Okay. Because
must you have asked that?
we have to confirm. So it's just another exclusive moment wherever you are watching us from. The hashtag is TCS. Remember the hashtag TCS with the Jibril Juma, and of course social media handles at Jibril Juma on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's just being entertaining, having fun, passion, and everything that just keeps you moving every day. And of course, I'm just really enjoying this talk with the Papa Shiundu, film designer, and so on, video producer, and everything. Maybe there are these challenges you go through. Now you are telling us about the challenges you went through at that time. What are these challenges now, right now, you're facing as a film producer, designer, graphic designer, director?
I just want to address the challenges that a person who might have the passion to be who I am or what I'm doing today might go through.
Yeah.
Imagine you are out of campus. There's so many students who are in campus where they cannot afford a laptop.
Yeah.
And a laptop is everything to this. If you want to design, you must have a laptop. You cannot design with a phone.
Yeah.
So people can be passionate. You can be passionate about what you want to do right now, but don't have the required, can I say, facilities that can enable you to do what you are passionate about. Acquiring a camera. Not so many people can have a camera, but you are passionate about production. You want to be an anchor and you want to nurture yourself into an anchor. You don't have a camera. You have approached so many people. It's expensive to get a camera. So these are some of the challenges we go through on a daily basis as upcoming designers, producers, and directors. You might be good at directing, but you don't have the required facilities to gather people and tell them that we want to produce this and I'll be your director. So this is what is keeping people behind. This is what keeping people from doing what they want to do. Secondly, there's the issue of finance. Finance has been a challenge to so many people. To casts, maybe like the group you're having currently. Thank God we are all within one vicinity, one area where there are no transport costs. But together that many people might not be able to grow into what you want to be because of the financial challenges, and this has happened to so many people. Excuses has been, I wanted to be this, but at some point I didn't have money to facilitate me to be going to theaters, to be going to practice this, because I had nobody to sponsor me or to facilitate my movements. this is a challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know whether I've exhausted your question.
Maybe you could just tell us about when you are doing the shoots, you are a film director, what are the challenges you go through between you and the characters on the scene? Maybe you have those kind of characters you might be directing. Nataka ufanye hivi, nataka ulie, and the character is like, mimi siwezi lia.
Yeah, there's this challenge I normally talk about. People, actors who are watching me right now, avoid looking at the camera. We are there. We are shooting.
Yeah.
Once we've not told you to cut, you do what you have told you to do.
Yeah.
You see, many a times we realize that when you have told a cast to, now do that, run with that line. After running like 3 minutes into it, she or he wants to confirm whether we are shooting or not. Are you sure you are shooting? So the scene gets spoiled because once you look at the camera, we will not use it, and we don't want to cut.
Yeah.
Cutting, and using so many transitions in a film removes the sweetness in it.
Yeah.
You have to shoot a scene to completion with the cast concentrated. So the challenge we face is casts who are not settled. You bring a cast away from the camera, they are very okay. They are telling you how they are going to do it. But once they start doing it, they start now
Like,
biting their tongue here and there, confirming or sweating. Others sweat a lot. Sweating. I don't know what they imagine, but I can say many people, including me at some point, we are camera phobic. Yeah, we fear the camera. Or we imagine like, you want to confirm with the camera guy. Is my skin tone okay? You want to confirm.
Yeah.
That sways away your mind from the script.
Yeah.
You now start thinking about whether they are doing it the right way or not. But now, what you have to do as a cast, you concentrate on producing what we told you to produce, and then leave the crew to do their part.
Yeah.
This has been a challenge on our work as a crew. Yeah, on directing it has been a challenge because you sit with the cast, you direct them and tell them that this scene has to be this way. I'll be here, the one camera will be here, another one here. This is a line of action. But they're not getting what you're saying.
Yeah.
Once they're there, they want to confirm whether you said they do it this way or this way. This has been a challenge, but with time we are moving, and we are looking forward to be in a better place to have casts who are experienced. It comes with experience too. For you to act properly, and it comes with experience, and experience requires time. So we give our casts time. We don't have to change them that we are not doing it the right way, so come, let this one try. We have to give them a chance to try what they know they can do. Yeah.
And maybe if before we could just take a break, you could just tell us maybe, is this a challenge to you, being a multitasking, being a producer, at the same time you are a director, at the same time you have to do graphics and design? Could it be a challenge, or is it just the way you love the way it is?
No, it's not a challenge.
Yeah.
Once you organize yourself on how you are going to balance between the three things, it's not a challenge. Because when I know that I'll be shooting on this day, and I know that it's from this time to this time. From this time to this time, I want to do all these designs. So it doesn't bring any challenge to me, and it may not bring any challenge to you once you organize yourself.
Yeah.
And many people say that, how do you manage to do this, and this? Managing, or rather understanding it, needs time and daily practice. Nobody will push you. Once you're out of school or out of watch of any parent, you have to be determined on what you want to do. So if you want to be a graphic designer, there's nothing that can stop you. It's only you to go and try doing it and be persistent in it and practice it and become one. Yeah.
Okay, so before even we just take that break, and we'll want to show how we do these shoots. Maybe I want him to demonstrate on this camera right here with me in my hands. I want to be sure that this guy just does that work perfectly and does it with passion. And then nitakuwa naona, hata pia utakuwa naona how he does it and how he shoots and how he sets the camera and how he handles the camera. So let's just take that moment of watching how we do these things, and we take a short break and we come and finish with the interview.
So guys, I had already told you that the most important thing to understand is the camera settings. So I have a variety of cameras here. I have the 750, and then another shooting there is at 200D. So you must understand the different lightings that you use for photography for you to give out the best of your subject. So here I've set, I'm under the fluorescent light. I've set my ISO to 800, and then my light is a flash. I'm using flash because it's suitable for both outdoor and indoor. I'm just going to do a sample of him in outdoor. Then we'll see how it will come out. And I'll urge you to go and do your research. In case you have any question, you just write it under this email and this video as a comment, and then we'll reply or we address your concern in another video in the next shoot. But now I want to show you how to, before, as a professional, before you shoot, you have to wear your safety. This is called a camera safety belt. It takes care of the camera so that in case of anything, the camera doesn't fall down and get damaged. So I'm going to put on my camera. I'm ready for field, and I take just one photo of him as my subject, and you'll see how I've played with the different lighting, the lighting situation of the room at the moment. So here I go, ready to shoot a portrait of him. This is just a portrait. Let me increase my ISO a bit. I can see it's somehow dark. I increase kidogo. Let me make it 16. And then I do another one. I can use the, yeah, this one is now okay. If I can just show you this, I hope my cameraman will be able to zoom through and show you what it is. These are 1600 ISO, and Makyu is putting on a white shirt. He's putting on a white shirt. You can see there are no reflections of the white light, but it normally happens when you are on the sunshine. It's normally difficult for you to shoot when a person is putting on a white clothing, but with the best understanding of the camera lighting and the settings, you'll be able to do so. In our next episode, if at all anybody will be willing to ask a question on this, will give more elaborations. Others, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and may you just subscribe and join us as we go with this journey. Thank you.
All right, so of course I was just the man behind the cameras. I was just trying my level best to just show you what we do and what Papa Shiundu does, and he's just showed you one sample of how he does his work. And of course you can always holler him through the number that is just going below on your screens. And thank you so much for specimen, but you know, this is just my guy. He's my guy by there. I really enjoy being with him. When a comedian, we've used you as a vixen. So
you want me to stand this way?
That's how vixen stand?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so thank you so much, Victor. Salimia hata watu.
Asante.
Salimia watu mbili tatu kwa screen, si screen.
Oh, kwa screen.
Yeah.
Ningependa kusalimia sana majamaa wangu wa Urban wote. Popote mko, kina Helen, kina Abi, kina Sariko, kina Charity. Big up maze. All the best team kwa chenye mnafanya sana. Say
something about Papa Shiundu.
Papa Shiundu is a Tara guy.
What do you mean by Tara?
He is a Tara guy. Tara means from advanced English. It means that he's a very real person. Whatever he does, puts hard work and dedication, and is somebody mwenye ukiona yeye, nothing will go wrong. So he's the man.
He's the guy.
Yes.
And of course, all this was courtesy of all this dressing, courtesy of courtesy of this man behind here.
Thank you.
He has done so much. I really salute him, and he has just showed much support on this video. Thank you so much. You keep subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. Of course, the link will just be below on your YouTube channel. Thank you so much, and that is the City Spot.
Asante.
Of course, you've just seen what Papa Shiundu does, and it is just exclusively amazing and fantastic and interesting. Of course, for the photographers, videographers, film producers, and other directors who would want to venture and aspiring to be in this film industry and the media industry at large, would want you to follow the same steps as Papa Shiundu has just done. Maybe before we finish, I just ask him some very few questions. Maybe you just remind people so that they don't forget. I just have to ask you maybe your handles. Remind them about your handles so that they could keep following you and seeing what you do on your handles, social media handles.
Yeah, my Facebook name or Facebook username, as they call it, is Shiundu Masafu Wilberforce. Nickname Papa Shiundu. When you go to, I have a page, a Facebook page, Lens King Media Kenya. That one I think you just have to like that page. It is a news page, it's everything. It is a good page, kindly like it. And then you find me on IG, Papa Shiundu. And then find me on Twitter, Papa Shiundu. And that will be okay.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And of course, what is that message or inspirational word that you could just send to people out there who are watching and they want to venture into this film production, and also they want to become people in the media industry?
Yeah, I would like to say that I want to speak to Kakamega people and beyond. You see, for a long time we've been doing our video production from Nairobi, or we have to travel for so long to do production of our music. I know there are so many artists in Kakamega. I want to ask you to start using home available advantages like this. We can shoot your songs, we can advertise for you, you can do your designs. So there are so many things you can do. You must not travel to Nairobi for you to get the required services. Just come to us, and we'll do everything. So long as you ask us to do this, we'll do it for you.
All right, very well, very much elaborated from Papa Shiundu. And of course, you can follow him on his social media handles, Papa Shiundu. Book him at this number that just goes below your screens. And of course, my name is Jibril Juma. You can always check us at Jibril Juma on the City Sport. The hashtag is TCS. Of course, just an exclusive moment. Next time till we meet again. Bye-bye.